1.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time again. Sit down, grab your favorite drink, or continue driving if you're listening to us there or working wherever you're at. It's time for the Brandon Mig podcast. Today's host is Brandon Mig.
Hello, hello, hello.
How you doing today?
It's snowing here.
Oh yeah. Oh, finally, the first snow of the year. At least they waited till the first. You know, the weather finally cooperated. It made it to December.
Yep, finally.
Yeah. So good old fun there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So, quick breakdown for everybody. If you haven't listened to the last podcast, we are still working on getting all the bugs out of this. And so, if this sounds like crap or something goes haywire,
Tough shit.
let us know.
Tough shit. No feedback.
No feedback. We're hanging on and flying by the seat of our pants, right?
We're the trained professionals of podcasting.
Trained professionals. Professionals in air quotes. Remember, you got to air quote it whenever you say professional nowadays. So let's see here. Let's take there are 3 items in the news.
Today's date is December 1st, by the way, 2020.
Yeah, it's December 1st, 2020.
Go ahead.
Oh, 30 more days of this year, but people keep saying, "Oh, thank God this year's gonna be over." Well, how do you know next year's not gonna be worse?
It won't because February 4th, 2021.
Yeah, look at this. We got some good news here. We got some great news coming out of Japan. You know, get your flights booked, rooms set. Nintendo World. Oh, this is like the gamers' fun time.
Can you imagine, like, COVID doesn't exist? All because Nintendo did it. The Switch is for indoors. To get out, we're going to go to Nintendo World.
Yeah, this is going to be nuts. You're going to see, COVID or not, gamers are going to be like, screw it, I'm going, I'm done. I've been cooped up for almost a year. Actually, this is what opens February 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll almost be a year.
I can't believe they built it that quick.
Something tells me they've had this in the works for a while. This is also with Universal Studios. So there's been rumors of this for a while. I'm gonna admit, I heard stuff of this like 4 or 5 years ago. Didn't believe it was going to happen. But
yeah, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I see. It's going to be one of these whole new experiences because Nintendo is slowly loosening their grip of their IP, and I don't know for how stingy they are with the people trying to use their IPs online for just some fun stuff. It seems strange that they would release Universal to do this much. But I guess if you look at it, the last 3 or 4 years, we've seen Nintendo merchandise like mad.
Yeah,
in the stores.
Definitely mad, as in like. Well, actually, what would be mad, as in merchandise?
Mad is like everything. You know, you're seeing plushies, toys. The other day, Hot Wheels cars had decals of Mario and them on it.
Oh, the Lego.
Yeah, the Lego sets. They're just going all out. Way to go. Hey, look, we can advance purchase right now.
Oh,
Universal Pass. Guarantee your ticket. So get your passports ready and go from there. So they're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Pre-experience campaign, special opportunity for the world grand opening.
Wow.
Super World of pre-existing social media campaign. Follow Universal Japan. Retweet tweets and applying for. Wow, it goes on all the way from the 30th of November to the 21st here.
I wonder how much tickets are gonna be.
Ooh, I don't even want to take.
I'd say $250 a person.
Yeah, you know what? This is killer. This is happening because I've always wanted to go to Japan to start with.
Now we have a reason.
And now I'm just ticking another box on the list of where I want to go. Yeah.
Bucket
So,
list is growing.
yeah, and that list is just huge. They got a lot of information on this site too. Yeah. Wow. Events and tracking. Oh, hold on here. Let's see if I can just totally turn this over to English.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. They have even different. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, they changed the whole site. Oh, there it goes. Back to that. It's just Universal Japan's site. Uh, Look at this. You get a power up band. Take it to the
yeah.
next level.
So apparently you get your smartphone with your app and the
Yeah.
band. I'm not sure what the band's for though.
And yeah.
I think it's
Smartphones see your score, coins, and digital stamps. So mainly they're integrating Disneyland's Fast Pass into your phone.
is it
You
Fast
know,
Pass or is it just get out and do exercise?
get out and do exercise. I gotta hand it to them, man. Nintendo has really pushed this whole. We're gonna try getting you to move around a little bit more.
Smart as hell.
Yeah, hey, you gotta hit all. As I tell everybody, sometimes you gotta throw the biggest net out there and see what you catch. And Nintendo, they're not scared of trying. Then again, Nintendo has been in business for over 100 years.
Yep.
If anybody's got the bank account to try something new and different, it's them.
All because of a deck of cards they started out with.
Yep. You can still buy cards from their site.
I did not know that.
Yes, you can still buy. They still make the cards, playing cards. They make them for a few different games. Just a regular pack of 52, a few Japanese card games.
Hmm.
Yeah, I thought about importing a few of them myself one time because I'm like, hey, come on, they're kicking it, you know.
Now the concept of the picture showing now looks fairly small area.
Yeah, yeah. Something tells me this would be like the front gate entrance. You'll see your usual Bowser keep. The princess. The princess castle is AKA probably Snow White castle. Type of deal. Disneyland always had look. There's a princess castle in every one of their parks. So Universal is taking that idea and look. There's Peach's castle. There's
True.
Bowser's castle. They're they're trying to do the Disneyland thing, and I think it's going to hit well for them
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
I could see Universal and Nintendo going to other publishers like Capcom and Sega, saying, "Hey, we have a successful you know park. Can we lease some of your characters to walk around or to create an attraction? Could you imagine a Sonic roller coaster.
Like all
Gotta
the
go fast.
or all the characters from Smash, if
Yeah,
they all agree on the
exactly.
rights to them,
Yeah, anything that
they could go.
Nintendo has 100% their IPs, you're probably going to see it show up at this park if it goes well. And that's got me curious. I would love to see how they pull off some of the characters. Are they going to make them cartoony, or are they going to make them real fun? This is going to be a cosplayer's heaven.
Holy shit, you ain't kidding. I mean, the costumes will probably be like that old Super Smash Brothers commercial.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the original one, like Smash Brothers, or the original like Mario Karts ones they used to do for Super
Mm-hmm.
Mario Nintendo.
It'll probably be those
So
costumes, old school.
those ones there. You know what? It's going to be interesting after they open if they would turn around and do a campaign for cosplayers. Like you show up, get a discount, or have a special photo area.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
They can take this in so many different
Well, they have,
directions.
like I said, that phone. You
Yeah,
go
the
to the
phone app.
you go to the
Yeah,
phone, and apparently you go to the certain area of the park, and you do the quest or objective or
yeah, the
whatever.
activity.
and then you earn points.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there'll be like what you're saying, Photoshop area, or shoot
area. Yeah.
Maybe a Photoshop with it. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see which way they take this. So, okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next.
Wait. A smartphone is not required to enjoy.
Oh, mainly they're telling you, the kids don't need to bring their phones if they don't want them. Because even though I have to say it's kind of hard to find an 8-year-old without a smartphone nowadays, but
that just sounds really odd without a smartphone.
Yeah. Well, I think the kids would just like having the bands, truthfully, I like the Toad one. It looks like a mushroom,
That's true. They could have put at least their head on the Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, but
not an M and an L. Come on.
I think they're trying to do it like if you look down below, you see the buttons as suspenders, so that'd be like the hat.
Yeah, I mean,
but still, I think you're probably right. It'd be better if they had the face.
Toad would be. Yeah, I agree on Toad.
Yeah. Yeah, Toad looks the best out of any of those. Those are going to become collector items. Watch. You'll see they show up on eBay. Okay, we're going to go to the next one.
Go back. You're not done.
Go back.
We have a video to watch.
Oh, you want to watch the video and see if we get striked? Okay, let's go up here.
Yeah, I want to watch video. Unless you want to wait to it.
Let's just check it out here. February 4th.
Full screen it, please. People on mobile are going to be like, what the hell? Now, is that...
It looks like a 3D render.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that the park or is that the actual... If that's the actual park, it's pretty damn good. Yeah. Now, this is real. That Bowser, I want that in my house.
Those look cool. Yeah, I can't tell if that's a 3D render or the actual park.
Yeah, that's got to be the park.
Yeah, you know what? That might be the park. Yeah, on a clear day.
Which actually moves like a video game.
Yeah, which actually moves like a Super Mario World design. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the first videos of that.
Maybe after the second debate, we could YouTube it real quick and see what we come up with.
Well, it's not open until February 4th, so
I'm sure there's people that got inside scoop already.
Yeah, we'll have to see. All right, the second one here. Nintendo Switch offers update for an easier way to share content.
This is down my alley, thank God. Yeah. And everybody else.
I don't get why Nintendo is so stubborn about sharing pictures and video and gameplay. It drives me up the wall. Now, I guess this new tweak is you can finally, share your screenshots to the PC.
So you can upload them everywhere else.
So you can easily upload them because, let's face it, Twitter integration and stuff like that is not really cooked into Nintendo's firmware. You copy it as, can safely transfer albums to smart devices, the computer. Yeah, icons. See, this is what drives me nuts. Like, why wasn't this built in to start with?
I don't know. Did they say, hey, we gotta rush this out for the compete of the PlayStation Xbox?
Well, that's the thing. Nintendo
and that was what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years, and it's still the best-selling console so far versus all the others. They're still outselling every month. The Switch is outselling every other console.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
Holy
it's
crap.
still.
How about
still on
both versions?
Climb.
The dock and the pocket.
Yes.
Wow, is it pocket or light? Yeah. I don't even know what it's called.
I think it's also increased in popularity since they've confirmed that the 3DS is end of life.
Mm-hmm.
I love my 3DS. It's great. I carry it everywhere with me. Sit down and game at any time. The Switch is sort of taken a huge beefier role. And these features like this to me should have been there day one. Back up your save data to the cloud or even to something else. You know, it, transfer screenshots and video. I couldn't do that day one. Come on, yeah. This is what people want, and it's Nintendo. Nintendo really doesn't ever do anything super cutting edge.
I think they're pretty cautious of their software updates.
Yeah. They sort of step back every time they see something like everybody's doing this. Well, we're gonna step back and we're gonna let it see where it rides.
Wasn't
And you can't blame them. They made tons of money off of doing it, but
wasn't there a bunch of lawsuits towards Nintendo because they took ideas from other companies, or the other companies, or Nintendo saw their ideas on other products, took the lawsuit to them?
yeah, Nintendo has been known to go after people for supposedly overstepping uh, intellectual properties and copyrights in manufacturer trades. They've been known to go after them and hold off. That was one of the big things during the 90s. A lot of people hated about Nintendo was you could only buy the cartridges from Nintendo.
I didn't know that. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the original Nintendo, the NES, what they saw on Atari and everything is that too many people were releasing games, so there was too much junkware. So Nintendo created that Nintendo's official product that you see in all the original Nintendo NES stuff. And what it was is if the game wanted to be released, the manufacturers had to go to Nintendo and say, "Hey, we want to release this game. Will you verify it?" And then we buy the carts and sell them off. And that was sort of their quality approval to make sure it wasn't getting the junkware like the Atari had originally. So it was sort of their way of stopping a whole bunch of people making stuff, and the products were good, but it was also one of these we're going to keep control of this whole thing. And Tangent won after them real quickly. I don't know if you ever seen the old Tangent deal that they made their own cartridges and Nintendo went and sued on them, and it's still back and forth like that. Nintendo to this day is so overprotective about their stuff. Be truthful, I wouldn't be surprised if we get hit real quickly on YouTube with putting a video up talking about Nintendo products.
Oh god.
Because Nintendo sometimes oversteps their bounds with, "Oh, we want the copies for this." No. This is free speech. This is us talking about what you're doing and your products. We are not trying to take your products and make something of us off of your guys' names.
Isn't shit where it's like, the emulators, or the best example. They can't shut down the emulators because of that one program coding was different.
Yes.
Or something like that. I don't know how that's worded.
The way Nintendo has filed many suits against emulators because they think that piracy is their biggest issue.
It is.
It is their biggest issue because first party Nintendo stuff never goes on sale.
Right.
Or they stop producing it.
Correct.
So an item that's 10, 12 years old is still 70, $80. And to a guy like me, it's like, yeah, I'd like to play it, but I'm not going to shell out that kind of cash, especially if I don't like it.
Nintendo, put your digital exclusives on sale more often for me, please.
Well, that and the Switch only has, I think, a quarter of the library the Wii U had for their virtual console. And I think it's even less than that for what the Wii had on the virtual consoles.
Right.
And
that wasn't even including the MiiWare, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's not even including MiiWare.
Oh wow.
And Nintendo literally is leaving, truthfully, thousands upon millions of dollars on the table by not doing it. So what do you think all these hackers and everything else are doing? Hey, we can get you it. Here you go. If truthfully, if they would put, your whole, you know, library they had for the Wii and Wii U on virtual at good prices, they'd make a killing again. I would literally probably spend $1,000 the first day they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally. Even like the indie games on the Switch go from like $20 to like $2.
Yeah. I mean,
that's smart.
Nintendo was extremely smart on this console. They decided we're going to make a portable system that can be played anywhere, anytime, with or without people. We're not going to go for super massive, powerful hardware, but it's still powerful enough. The one item I didn't pull up that I should have was the Doom is getting ported over to it.
It's right under that Nintendo link, I think. Or no, no, I don't think I might have to YouTube it.
Yeah, I say, we can just talk about it real quick. But yeah, they're porting that over, so the Vulkan game engine will run on the Switch, so it can do some pretty impressive moves. It's going to be going somewhere, and now that Nintendo has just one product to develop for, you're going to see more of these indie developers and third parties jump back online. But unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever see an EA product again because EA's EA, and they're dicks.
Shh. We don't say dicks on here.
So I can't say EA?
Maybe pricks is a better word.
Pricks, yeah, there you go. There you go. You have any other input on that one you want to say?
Wait, what?
Anything else on this product before I get to my last thing?
Scroll down real quick. Keep going. Oh, yeah, they go back up real quick to that tweet. They added that new red icon there.
This one here, the online.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a 10-year-old made it.
That's a new button also on the update there.
No, so they added an instant online.
Yeah, so you can just go straight in and do your thing on there.
Ah.
It'll show you all the games that provide the exclusive for the phone. All the games that are like exclusive in-game exclusives for that game you have. It's pretty interesting. It like separates what they what you have and can do on it.
Can do. Okay.
Can't do.
Interesting. I'll have to look a little more into the software and its changes, but like I said, the first few of them, it's like, come on, this should have been out of the gate stuff.
Yeah, even like give us a web browser for crying out loud.
Yeah.
There's ways around it. There's ways around it already, but
Yeah. Okay.
Or a Twitch app or a Disney Plus app. All right, Square Enix.
All right, I want to talk about this one. Square Enix.
This is down your alley. Go ahead.
This is down a lot of people's alley because this excites not only me, but any possible programmer or developer down the road. Square Enix now allows most employees to work from home permanently.
Okay,
all right.
Not to be a damper, but what does that have to do with being exciting? Being excited, I should say.
A lot of the developers, you always had to be in a studio. Well, COVID happened, and you couldn't have all these people 5 feet apart in cubes anymore. Mm-hmm. Square Enix has done a study that their employees have increased production with being at home. Yes.
Starting on December 1st. That's today.
So starting today, the first day, they are allowed to actually stay at home good, depending on their designation of their work thing, you can't have janitors stay home, which that
or
would be nice.
office based.
Yeah, or an office based location. So they've found that a lot of their employees, up to 80% will be at home permanently. Whether it works out, for their system. But yeah, there has actually been, this is a smaller article, but some of the articles I've read, they've seen a 30 to 40% increase in production and work output from their employees because they're able to be at home. And from one employee, he said the stress of not having to go get on the train, get
Oh,
into the
right.
office at time, fit in time, as long as you get your 8 hours of work done, of what you're required, you're good. And this is great news for, sound producers, music, visual design, because let's face it, working that 8 to 4, you're not always the most creative and productive at that time.
Mm-hmm.
The human brain doesn't like turn on and off like a light switch like people think. Some of these people, they get creative at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. You know, you know, you ever go out and hang out with an artist, like a painting artist or a musician?
Kinda. No, not
Yeah.
really.
Uh, I've had a few, experiences with those people, and those people, you see them in the middle of the day, they look like, oh, I couldn't sleep last night, I, I, I couldn't get this project done during this time frame. But you let them do it on their own deal, they're like, oh, I was up all night writing this track for this, this song, or I was painting this mural for this customer and doing it at 3, 4 in the morning, all the way to 8 o'clock. you know and this is great news for the ADD minded like me, because let's face it, in the mornings I'm so, but 11 o'clock at night, my brain's firing on 50 cylinders and I'm ready to go.
50
so, so it's going to be interesting if a company like Square Enix, for as big as they are in the gaming industry, in media and stuff that they've gotten into, what this means for other companies, across the world. Japan, Square Enix is located in Japan. They've always had this huge mindset on the Japanese people that work is one of these honor things to do. To be at work 10 hours a day is an honor, is a great thing, Uh, so seeing a company like loosen that up and still do well is going to be really interesting to see how it pushes the whole gaming market and everything like that.
Uh, not to go off subject, but more like Microsoft was building the new console from their employees working from home.
Yes.
I don't know how they pulled that off.
Yes. Well, that's another great example is our technology has expanded so much that we don't need to be side by side in cubes. This remote distance and being able to get tasks done with the new software, the new system integration, being able to log into a server across the world to show somebody what to do is amazing. you know, those engineers, again, there's a beauty, another beautiful thing. An engineer, if you look at Albert Einstein's pictures of his office when he was alive, was a mess.
Oh God.
Yeah, Albert Einstein had a mess in his office at all times, but he knew where things were. Could you imagine an engineer being in their own environment, allowed to sit there and ponder the problem and try to fix it instead of being forced into a little cube? Oh, you have to have your office clean by like this, like this. You're so worried about keeping your office to off the standards that you're not focusing on the issue you need done.
Right.
So it's interesting that we're seeing COVID change this whole industry and how well it's going to go.
It's scary. Very scary.
It is.
How it's going to
It
work.
is.
We'll see what 2021 is going to be doing.
I'm really going to be curious come February, March when we start seeing GDQ, not GDQ. GDQ is always fun, but when we start seeing the game advertisers instead of doing the big huge venues, the World Expo and stuff like that, even E3, we don't know what's going to go on next year due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see how they market, the new games, the new consoles, and their new workflow.
Right.
In this new world. This is a whole new ball game, and you can either write the rules or sit back and say, no, we're going to do it the old way. And so it's going to be really interesting and curious now. So, but that's everything I had for this week. Yeah. They were the big ones that I saw the last few days that I thought, I really think we want to talk about these, because now that Square Enix is allowing employees to come, work from home, I'd like to throw my hat in the ring that I'd love to be a beta tester, and I can do it anytime. You need me to test what? I'm in. Okay. Yeah. So quality control. I will apply for quality control.
Right. Oh God, that's funny.
Yeah. And that's the thing, the new world is opening up a whole new ball game of jobs. You don't need to actually see your boss no more.
Hold on one second. Getting the next screen up real quick. Yeah, so anything else you want to add or put into the podcast?
Those were all the things I had. Do you have anything else you want to add into this one?
Not necessarily. Yeah, that should be it. I don't know if we could make this a decently short one.
Yeah, this would be a short one for this week. Due to the holiday last week here in the States, Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, not a lot of things were going on in the gaming market because folks just sat at home, didn't travel, and just kept to themselves. So they're pretty slow here to start.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, though, beginning of Christmas, we can talk about Black Friday and how people are selling things and how they go like that.
True.
It's shopping season.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
God save all those retail workers. Yeah. So that is all for me. I am Darcino.
Yeah, do your little shout out. You can say whatever the hell you want.
That's about it. I got no shout out. Just
he has a Twitch channel.
I'm still working on that.
Who cares?
He has a Twitch channel. We need someone more successful in Twitch to join in and tell me how to do it right.
Well, I'm right here.
That's what I'm hoping for. Get you going. Yeah, just follow me on Twitter. Usual stuff. Place. See my ramblings there, and we go from there. Right?
Yep. Plus Twitch, if you
Twitch, yeah.
If you want to follow him on there.
Yeah, see, I'm on there every once in a while. I'm going to start trying to get to doing a weekly thing.
Good.
Yeah. I am Darcino. I am out of here.
I am Brandon Migliarese, and you could always, you could always stalk me if you want. I don't really give a shit. Anyways, you can find the podcast on Pingpod, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Go to the website Brandon Mig to get all the information. If you want to be a guest, that's always on the website too. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good. I am good, my friend.
This will be aired on Twitch probably later today. I'll have a rebroadcast of it.
There you go.
And then that should be it for the day, unless anything else comes up within the next 2 seconds. All right, till next time. Enjoy the podcast. Don't forget to follow, like, give us our feedback. This and that, you know. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.